Did I mention that I have been accused of being stubborn? I'm not lying about that. In college, I became so proud of my fire building skills that I bragged about being able to build a fire under any conditions. Indeed, I had started fires under very difficult circumstances. A rainstorm made all the wood wet? No problem. That's why people were born with lungs. Just blow on that wood until it catches fire and burns off your eyebrows. You didn't need bangs anyway. Just be sure not to use too much hairspray on an outing like that, or you might lose more than your bangs. Whoosh! Did that ever happen to me? I can neither confirm nor deny that such an event took place. My friends and I had scheduled a lovely evening that included a fire and tinfoil dinners. Did you know that you can make gourmet tinfoil dinners? Get creative with the veggies you use. I like mushrooms, onions, colorful peppers, and freshly minced garlic cloves to go with my potatoes and carrots, and every tinfoil dinner must have strips of bacon. My friends and I had gathered at someone's larger apartment. We built our tinfoil dinners, wrapped them up all nice and tight, packed them up in a cooler, and headed for the canyon. Of course, the question had been asked, should we just cook these in the stove? There have been some pretty good rainstorms this week. And of course, I immediately piped up, nonsense. A little bit of rain isn't going to stop us from enjoying an evening next to a campfire. Famous last words. Almost. At my encouragement, we all got in our cars. We made it to the campsite of choice. I was worried that it would be filled to capacity, but there were hardly any people there at all. A little rain does scare people off, I guess. We got out of our cars. There were still puddles and mud on the ground. We proceeded to gather wood. There wasn't any dry wood anywhere. Did that stop me? It probably should have. My friends were questioning the futility of this exercise. I used a log cabin setup and an extra amount of fire starter. I wasn't crazy. The fire started decently okay, but it didn't take long for trouble to start brewing. The smaller kindling was burning out, and the larger stuff hadn't really caught fire yet. There were some good red embers going. They just needed a little encouragement. I got down on my hands and knees, and I started blowing on those embers. The wood caught fire and quickly snuffed out several times. My friends asked if we should just call it quits, but I would not relent. I blew that damn fire to life. It took some time and effort, but it finally took off on its own with confidence. My friends were impressed. When I stood up, they clapped for me. It only took a second or two for me to realize that standing up was a big mistake. My whole world started spinning and began to fade away fast. I was fainting. I didn't want to fall into the fire, so I turned around and sprinted into the woods. I came to sprawled on the ground, with one of my friends slapping me. "Wake up, Aaron. Come on, wake up," my friend was saying. My first order of business was to get my friend to stop smacking my cheeks. I raised up my hands to block his hands. "You're alive," my friend shouted joyfully. "Yes, I am," I replied. "Stop slapping me." Whoever thought it was a good idea to start slapping people when they faint should be slapped. I really hope they were. My friend pulled me up to my feet. He led me over to the picnic table just beyond the fire. My friends clapped for me again as I sat down. One of them commented, "Dinner and a floor show. Aaron, you really work hard to impress." Yeah, shut up. The fire was still burning heartily, and we had a lovely evening of good food and good friends. Do I let a little rainstorm slow me down? No, I don't. But now I usually just reschedule or go buy dry firewood at the store nowadays. No point hyperventilating just for a little fire.